So we are out of gas, we're out of chicken, and we're out of Chick-fil-A sauce. Tigers are roaming the street in places like Houston. Nobody wants to work. Do we trust the CDC? Like, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Do we know what to do? And this is not actually giving any kind of health and wellness recommendations. In America right now, we have to ask ourselves what is going on. And we have to look ourselves in the mirror and say we are in control of what is going on in America. But does it feel like we don't have control of what's going on in America? Does it feel that way? I think so. Do you feel like you're in control? Do you feel like you actually have a say? Well, we do. We're not so lost that we don't have a say in America. The question is, what are we going to do to make things right and whole, okay? Because we cannot trust our government. We cannot trust our elected officials. We cannot trust our economists. Last month or this month, they said, oh yeah, we're gonna have 900,000 new jobs. What happened? 230,000 new jobs or so. A quarter, a third, however much it was, of what they thought. I mean, it was a massive miss. What does that tell you? As the same people who were saying, oh, listen to the CDC, yeah, we're gonna go by the science. Now they're saying, don't listen to the CDC. Don't listen to the CDC. The same people, right? Because the CDC just came out and said, if you're vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. And that was kind of what we kind of felt before. Now, I must admit, I don't have a problem wearing a mask. I'm vaccinated. I don't have a problem with it. But to give a person the choice to wear a mask, to give the businesses a choice to say, if you're vaccinated, you can wear a mask or not, is up to you. I think that is the way to go. We know that the vaccinations aren't 100% foolproof, all right? You can still, as I understand it, you can still pass it to someone else. Slight risk, but it's possible. So, but the problem is that the same people in our media and some politicians are upset because the CDC released these guidelines, which are more in line with what we were thinking the whole time, right? And so, who do you trust? What's going on in America right now, Now, these are serious issues. Yeah, I'm laughing, but these are very, very serious issues. The reason why I bring up the miss on the jobs numbers is because, and I bring up the CDC, who last year in March, when all of this started, they were saying, oh, don't wear a mask. No, don't wear a mask. That was under the old administration, so this is not about politics, all right? But it's just about who do you trust? And the only person to trust is God. We have to have faith during these times, y'all. We have to be careful the voices that we listen to as Americans. Thank you, Jesus. We have to take care of our own families. And as our economy You said our economy should be on fire right now, and there's a now hiring sign on every business, but they're telling us that unemployment benefits aren't too rich, and people are not staying at home because of the unemployment, oh Jesus, benefits. Inflation is very high. How high is inflation going to get? The same people who are saying, who misguided us on Corona, who misguided us on our economy and government spending, misguided us on unemployment benefits, they're saying that inflation is not going to get too high. So what do we believe? As a big part of our population, one of the biggest population centers in our country, they're running out of gas, they're fighting at gas pumps. Our biggest pipeline got hacked. We were told that the Russians were our enemy. Putin, you're a killer. Now, oh, Putin didn't have anything to do with this hack. He's just totally innocent. He's totally innocent. Putin didn't have anything to do with this hack, y'all. That's what we're being told now. It wasn't the Russians. First, it was the Russians. It's the Russians. It's the Russians. Now, it wasn't the Russians. So what are we to believe? The only thing to believe is God. God is all that we can trust in. God is all that we can believe, ladies and gentlemen. And we have to come to that realization that we have to be self-sufficient. We have to prepare for the future because the future is very much unknown. As these shortages are real because our economy is breaking down, not because of fundamental things, it's because of how we have allowed our country to break down. And so we have to, oh my gosh, whew, Jesus. You never, what 2020 showed us is that you never know what is around the corner. And so we must have faith, number one, but also we must have action, in that we must, as citizens of the United States of America, we must take control of our nation and make sure that our politicians hear us and understand us and do the right things to make sure that we're not running out of gas. Something as simple as that. We're not running out of gas, as they are attacking the pipeline system. Now they're, we're trying to help them get back up now. Yeah, but you're attacking the pipeline system and saying that it is not environmentally friendly, and then now you're saying, oh yeah, the pipeline system is the most environmentally friendly way we can do this. You're attacking oil. Oh yeah, we gotta get off the oil. But now, oh yeah, we gotta get this pipeline back up, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, we gotta get it back up. So, wow. It's scary, y'all, that a foreign nation can attack such things that are so vital, but it's also scary that we as a nation are so divided and we are sabotaging ourselves. So that's also very, very scary, y'all, because you have two things going on at the same time, and those two things, I'm afraid, will come together and cause a lot of damage to our country in the future. Oh my God. Man, if you knew when you were going to fall, then you would never fall. Is that correct? Because you would try to make steps to correct your fall. But as a nation, we don't know if we're going to fall, when we're going to fall, how we're going to fall. So you have to be at your best. Do you feel like America's at its best right now? We have a responsibility as citizens of the United States to not be veiled in politics, but instead be veiled in patriotism and looking out for ourselves, looking out for our children. And I think that America is too steeped in politics. And we just lose all common sense. We lose our power. And everything's falling apart around us, and we just take things for granted. Like there's going to be, like, we're not going to get hit by hyperinflation. Do you know what hyperinflation is? Do you know how deadly hyperinflation could be to our economy and to our nation? And they say, oh, it's never going to happen here. Our national debt is never going to impact our lives, our prosperity, our national security. They say, the same people are saying it's never going to happen here. Do you believe them? The same people who are working at the CDC, the same people who are working in our bureaucracy, the same people in our intelligence agencies who, oh yeah, you can bring charges up against American citizens, but wow, you're missing a lot of stuff. We got hit really hard under Trump, under the previous president, excuse me. I don't like to say names. Under the previous president, we got hit really hard. Ooh, that I forgot the name of the cyber attack, but man, we got hit really hard in that cyber attack, man. Whew. And I wonder, did it have any effect on the Colonial Pipeline attack? I wonder if they're related or not. We got hit really hard, y'all. But our eye is not on the ball, y'all. Why did we get hit so hard with Corona? Because in January of 2020, what were we doing? We were impeaching a sitting president over something that he got acquitted for. It really was not a big deal at all. It wasn't an impeachable offense. He should have never been brought up on impeachment charges, but we were so busy impeaching a sitting president that our elected officials were not paying attention to what was going on in China. I was paying attention to what's going on in China. I was looking at the news. But it's their job to keep us safe, y'all. We can't do all this stuff by ourselves. And they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, y'all. A lot of us have not received our tax returns yet. Why haven't we received our tax returns yet, y'all? Because the IRS is backed up. But what were they doing in January when we had a new president coming in? Fresh, new president, right? Whether you agree with him or not, whether I agree with him or not. Let's get behind this president, the new Congress, and let's get some business done. No, let's impeach the last president, the last guy, again, with basically no basis. They had no chance of impeaching the guy. They did not have a good argument. They had a barbershop argument, right? You can argue it at the barbershop, but in a court of law, you cannot argue that the previous president should have been impeached. And also, even in the barbershop argument, I think it's pretty much hands down, if the facts are actually being presented, that you're going to lose that argument that the previous president should have been impeached. But we had to go through it. We had to do it. We had to impeach him. And it's the American people's responsibility. Everything that has been going on, all of the distractions while we were impeaching the previous president, guess what the Russian hackers were doing? They were like, yeah, you don't think that they were planning that at that time? They were planning this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. They were planning hacking our pipeline And, oh my God, when our elected officials should have been, well, we need to tighten up our cybersecurity and we need to get on it right now. We need to start working with the private sector and helping them to make sure that they have tight security on this, that, and the other. What kind of legislation can we pass? What kind of things can we do? Oh, the IRS, are they up to speed? Can we help them to get up to speed to where people's tax returns are going to be okay? What's going on, IRS? Are you good? We're sending out stimulus payments. That's fine, awesome, great, wonderful, okay, but what's going on? So we have a clown show in our country right now. Our children are being affected by it. Our businesses are being affected by it. The people who they say that they're trying to help, the poor and minorities, they're being affected by it. And the American people are, all the American people are worrying about, oh, I can't get gas. Oh, I can't get chicken. I can't buy enough chicken. Oh, I can't get Chick-fil-A sauce. So the thing is, American citizens, we have to have our eye on the ball. We cannot be distracted by our clown politicians. The worst things that I've gone through in my life has been because of distraction. When you're distracted by clowns, when you're distracted by, or when you have leadership, people around you who do not have their eye on the ball, who aren't really concerned about what the real issues are. They have different agendas and things of that nature, or they might not even care. What will happen is things are going to go wrong. And in America, it's my job to stand up and say that we have to be very, very careful, because we cannot take what we have for granted. We have enemies all across the world. I don't need to name them. We have enemies all across the world who are looking for the opportunity to take us out, to lure us to, and it's our children who are going to bear the impact of all of these things. It's our children. What we do today, all this foolishness that we're doing today in America, wow. It's just crazy. So my best advice to you and I is to have faith in God, because He is the only one that's going to give us truth and a foundation and prepare us for the future. He's not going to lead us wrong. He's going to lead us strong. He is not going to divide us. He's going to unite us. He is not going to call our enemies friends and our friends enemies. He's going to call things as they are. He is not going to remind us of our past. He is going to remind us of His goodness, and He is going to tell us that we can be better. Hallelujah, glory be to God. Thank you, Jesus. We can trust God, but what I'm trying to say is that we have to be careful who we trust with our nation, with our community, with our families, with our lives even. Wow. Man, we got a good thing here, y'all. We got a great thing here in the United States of America. And so what we need to do is we need to make sure that we keep our nation strong. We have to make sure that we are doing our job as citizens, as fathers, as mothers, as people of faith. We have to make sure that we are doing our job, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be true to ourselves. And we have to do better. We have to do better. We cannot blame when the previous president was in office from 2009 or 2008 to 2016. I said we can't blame him for what's going on. Look in the mirror. We put him there. Can't blame the president after him that was there for 4 years, from 2016 to 2020. Can't blame him. We put him there. The guy who's in office right now, can't blame him. You can't blame, the lady who likes ice cream. I'm sorry for that. You can't blame her. You can't blame the senator from Kentucky. You can't blame the senator from New York. You can't blame any of them. We have to look at ourselves, y'all. We have to look at ourselves, okay? We look at ourselves. John F. Kennedy, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, that's what we need to do, y'all. That's what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. Jesus. And you know what? I don't blame people who are taking advantage of the system. Some people, they shouldn't take advantage of the system, all right? As far as the unemployment and stuff goes. Don't break the law. Don't break the law. Don't do that. But if you can take advantage of the system, you should. The problem is, we should not vote for people who are saying, take advantage of the system. Now, you know that they knew last year when they did what they did with the unemployment. We all knew what was going to happen. Come on, people. Come on. You're hoping that people make the right decisions? Come on now. Come on. All right now. You can't, look, it's human nature. And that's what we're talking about right here. We can't put people in power and think that they're not going to abuse their power. So we, the people of the United States of America, must have them on a leash like a dog. You're not going over there. No, I got you. Come on back. I'm going to train you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to support you, but I'm going to train you. Because what you do, I'm responsible for. And I got on the last president. I got on the previous president before him that was there for 8 years, from 2008 to 2016. I got on him, and I'm getting on this one. Because I get on both parties. Because I have a responsibility to God. I have a responsibility to my son. I have a responsibility to myself. And all the people of the United States of America and all the people of the world to be a good steward of what God has given me here in this country. All the people, oh Jesus, this is my second time fighting back tears. All the people around the world who don't have food, who don't have freedom, who don't have the freedom of religion, who don't have the ability to go online and go to Amazon.com and get something shipped to them in 4 hours. Jesus. And I don't have no gas. Look at the chicken. Oh my God, oh that chicken, oh my God, oh the toilet tissue. This politician tweets too much. Oh my God, oh my, yeah, and I don't want to wear a mask, and whatever, I see everything, man. I'm analytical. I'm analyzing what's going on both sides. And there's a lot of bull crap going on both sides. Yeah, I agree with one side a lot more than I do agree with the other side. But there's a lot of bull crap that's going on both sides, y'all. And we got to be able to call it out. I know people who they can't call their own side out. And that has to stop. Because the Bible even says unequal weights are an abomination to the Lord. Jesus. So you're going to judge somebody like this, and somebody else do the same thing, and you're going to judge them like this. Unequal weights. You know how you put, like, you get something at the store, and you buy it, and you put it on the weight, and you're hoping that the store is going to charge you the same thing that it charged the same person, the previous person who came before you, and they put the same thing on the scale. There's going to be charged at the same price if it's the same weight. And the store says, no, you got to pay something higher because we don't like you, but we like the person who came before you. God doesn't like that. But that's what we're doing to our nation, to our political system, to each other now with the cancel culture. That's what we're doing, is we're like, you know what? That person did the same thing you did, but I don't like you. So you got to go. We're going to tear you down. We're going to cut you off. You're not going to be able to work in this town ever again. We're going to attack you. We're going to attack you, your family. We don't care. And our children are sitting on here watching this stuff. And we're not aware. We're not aware of the impact that we're putting on our country right now and in the future. And I'm just that type of guy that is the person who's saying, what's going to happen 10 years from now? I've always been that kind of guy. And really, I wish I was more radical to prevent things to happen in my life, because I saw them 10 years. I didn't see what was going to happen, but I knew it wasn't going to be good. And I wish I was just more radical in getting away from the people and the influences that cause harm in my life, caused me to be distracted, and caused bad things to happen. Because I'm the type of guy that says, you never know where you're going to be in 10 years. Hello, 2020. You never know what's going to happen in 10 years. Guess what? It's 2021, and in 2030, China is predicted to overtake the United States economy in 2030. So that's just one thing that's just predicted by the current activities of our world right now. So do you want to be number 2? You know, nothing wrong with being number 2 if you're really strong. If you're just as strong as number 1, but you know, technically you're number 2. It's not bad, but as Americans, we don't like being number 2. But you know what though? All we can do is try our best. And can you really say that we're trying our best in this country right now? Can we really say that we're loving our neighbor in this country right now? Which God says, Jesus. When a man came up to Jesus and he was like, well, sir, what is the greatest commandment? And Jesus was like, you know what it is. Love the Lord thy God with all of your heart. And the second is like the first. I believe I'm quoting it right. He says, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. That's powerful. Because so many people, oh, I love God, I love God, oh, I love God, I love God. But do you love your neighbor? Do you love the person, the stranger? Jesus. The stranger. Do you love your enemy? Jesus. Because that's another commandment of God. Love your enemy as you love yourself. Oh, excuse me. He didn't say love your enemy as you love yourself, but he did say love your enemy. Love your enemy. Jesus. And so in this country, we have to trust God because he has the answers. He's never wrong. He's never wrong. He's never wrong. And we can't even get an economic projection halfway right. Can't trust our government. Can't trust our public officials. They're leading us wrong and not leading us strong. And thankfully, we're still here. We're still here, y'all. But I don't know about you. I don't want to get by on a woman of prayer. I want to get by on something fundamentally strong, something fundamentally good. I want to feel good about my government officials. I want to feel good about our direction. I want to feel like there's a hope for the future, that I'm not being lied to every single day, every single time I look around. And we know, we realize what's going on. It's just that we're not taking our responsibility seriously enough as American citizens, and we need to start doing that. If I see that you're being Jesus, I might not be a rich man, but if I see a rich man being attacked unjustly, I'm going to defend that rich man. I might not be, my skin color might not be your skin color, but if I see your skin color being attacked, I'm going to defend that person. And it needs to go vice versa. And I see that in this country, there's a lot of bias going on. And that's not the way of the future if we want to be strong, if we want to be the United States of America. You see, there's things that China and Russia can get away with because of their form of government. They can get away with certain things and still survive because all they're going to do is crack down. Okay? They're going to crack down and they'll still be here. But I fear that the United States of America, because we are a free nation, we can't afford to be divided because we're just going to destroy ourselves. And so that's what I fear. And I think a lot of other people see that as well. Well, I think I talked enough. Many blessings to you. I didn't mean to talk this long, but I believe that it needed to be said. And God is so good. Many blessings to you. Have a great day. Tell me what you think. And if you think that this message should be amplified, and if you would like to help me in what God has given me as a vision to pass down, first of all, to solidify our blessings today and to spread it out throughout our nation and throughout the world, and pass down our blessings to the next generation in this country and throughout the world, please go down in the comment box. I have many ways that you can support this channel. Please subscribe and like. I'm still used to this YouTube stuff. So I should have said subscribe and like at the beginning, I guess. But anyway, I'm just hoping people will just, they know what to do. Many blessings to you. I got things to do. Have a great day. Bye-bye.